Hello, my beautiful Geminis. Welcome back to the channel if you've been here before. If you haven't, welcome. My name is Priscilla Bernstein and I'm the Soul Alignment Specialist. And I am here to help you alchemize and align every area of your life to be back in alignment with your soul's purpose and your deep soul desires. So stick around and you'll get a lot more from me. If you guys haven't seen the podcast that I started with my friend Allison, definitely worth checking out. You can watch it on YouTube here, or you can download it on all your favorite podcast apps. It's called Your Inner Authority, the Sacred Art of Living in Your Authentic Truths. And so without further ado, let's see what is in store for you, my beautiful Geminis, for the month of June. Thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to be a conduit of light and to bring through only the highest and best of what my beautiful Geminis are needing to know this month. All right, let's get into it. So, Spirit, what do my Geminis have to look forward to? Thank you. What are the lessons that they are going to be learning this month? Oh, thank you, Spirit. What is the spiritual guidance through these lessons? And what is the overall energy? Thank you, Spirit. The cards are just flying out today. Great. Okay, so I'm going to pull some clarifiers for you, Gemini, as well. And just so we have a deeper and fuller reading here, get a little deeper into it with clarifiers. Can I get a clarifier for this first set of cards? Thank you, Spirit. Can I get a clarifier for this second set of cards, please? Thank you, Spirit. Clarifier for, thank you. And a clarifier for this last card. Woo! We have a few of them fly out there. All right, so let's get into it. Okay, my beautiful Geminis. So it looks like some of you have been maybe in a bit of an oppressive state, maybe even working really hard and climbing whatever that that ladder is, coming out of your ego deaths, like really kind of maybe through the eclipse season took a beating. We were just in Mercury retrograde. Mercury just turned direct today. And Mercury is ruled or Gemini is ruled by Mercury. So you probably felt that Mercury retrograde very, very intensely. I am a Gemini rising, and I know that all electronics and anything electrical, really, like apps and, you know, my refrigerator, my stove, like everything had a glitch in it this past month, and it was very, very trying. But you're coming out of that. It feels like you got put through the ringer over the eclipse season and through Mercury retrograde, but now that is finishing up today. We'll still be in the shadow period of Mercury retro for the next 2 weeks. But with that, you're ending a lot of cycles, Gemini. You're coming out of just some rough and tough energy. Like it, you guys got the 10 of Swords and the 9 of Wands here upright, and then you got the Ace of Wands with the clarifier of Temperance reversed. And so I feel like you're learning how to find this state of balance in these new actions that you are being asked to take. But everything that was before, it's like that you went through a lot of ego deaths. Gemini, there was a lot that you went through over the last month, and you really were put through the ringer. You really died a little bit over and over again. And just know that this is good. This is a good thing, because where we're going and what we are stepping into, that old version of ourselves cannot go. The old paradigm and the old patterns and programs and whatnot that weren't serving us, all of that had to die off. All of that had to be kind of like beaten out of us by the universe, so that way we were a clean, open vessel in order to start this new action. And almost like new spiritual insight is coming into. And with the Ace of Wands, oh, I'm getting like a really tight like pain around my heart. What I'm receiving right now with that pain, and when I was talking about this, there's like a castle off here in the distance, and then there's you know, water in between, but another like shore here with nothing on it. And it's almost as if you've had to like break the cycle of, I would say, old patterns, or maybe generational stuff, maybe stuff that wasn't even yours. You've had to break the cycle. You've had to be the one that spirit led to do the heavy lifting, to do the heavy work for your ancestral lineage and for the generations that are coming after you. Whether or not you have kids, those that you will be interacting with that are of a younger age, that you will be helping either mentor or bring up into the world, that is what this is all about here. And it's like, it was painful to go through these deaths. It was painful to be like stripped down of those things that no longer served us. But what's on the other side is like your new Eden. It's like the castle. It's like everything that you've ever wanted, all the dreams that you've been building up, like that is what's promised to you. But with this clarifier, we got the Temperance reversed here. So what I'm getting is you're learning how to really establish this state of balance within yourself and within how you utilize and take energy and information in, how you process that, how you integrate it, and then how you go out into the world and initiate whatever it was that you have integrated. I'm getting there's like new ways in which you are starting to do things, and that's what you have to look forward to this month, is that match strike to continue to move forward, but in a way more balanced way. You're not quite there yet, Gemini. This is going to be a learning curve this month, but what's going to come out of it is really, really beautiful. Okay, so what lessons you're learning? Yeah, to stop the fight, to really surrender, to allow yourself to stop, you know, knowing that it doesn't have to be a struggle. And the more that you like rally against it or you resist, the more fight that comes up and the more struggle comes out of it. But when you realize that it doesn't have to be a struggle, you find yourself in this state of peace with this Four of Cups. You find yourself in a state of enlightenment and a state of harmony, balance, stronger foundations. And knowing that spirit or source is always with you. There's always something that you can tap into, whether you feel it or see it or know it or not. There is always something bigger than you at play that you can tap into. I mean, we're all energetic beings and we are connected to all that is. So whatever it is that you feel good calling upon, whether that's God or the Virgin Mary or some other sort of god or goddess like deity, maybe it's an ancestor or your ancestors, maybe it is just source energy or the universe, you know, whatever you feel comfortable calling upon, do that this month and get really strong, knowing that you don't have to fight, you don't have to have all the answers. You can sit in meditation and you can tap into the things that make you feel really good and get into a high vibration state, and then tune into all that is, tune into that higher, to your higher self, to spirit, to the universe, whatever you want to call it, God. And just know that you have so much support and you're learning how much support that you actually have. Excuse me, even if you can't see it, even if you're not being able to hear it, look for signs and synchronicities, ask for signs and synchronicities, ask for these things to be brought into your reality. And then when you begin to see them, know that that is spirit speaking to you. Okay. And so with that, the clarifier here was the Page of Coins. As you learn this, as you understand these lessons of like letting go, surrendering, not fighting so much or not resisting so much the changes that are occurring within you and around you, that is what is going to bring about the riches and that castle, right? All the things that you've been dreaming up and putting in your container and putting in your field of what you're wanting to create, your manifestations, that's all going to begin to start in the physical reality. Things are going to begin shifting in your physical reality in a really beautiful and they're saying superfluous way. I have never used that word in my entire life, and I was even having trouble saying it, but that's what they wanted me to say. Superfluous. Am I even saying that right? Superfluous. Anyways, you get what I'm trying to say here. Like, it is going to happen. What you have been dreaming up, what you have been manifesting and like putting and pouring your energy to is going to start to reveal itself on the physical level, in your physical reality, in the 3D. And so with that, stop resisting and start surrendering more, okay? Let yourself be guided and led this month. And what is the spiritual guidance? The Knight of Swords. Yeah, this isn't you making charge. The Knight of Swords is in reverse. Let spirit do the leading. You don't have to think so much about it. You don't have to worry about and like be in your head about it. And what you got here was the Seven of Coins reversed, or Seven of Pentacles reversed, which is all about your garden, right? So really tend to your garden of your mind and what you're putting your energy towards this month. Really stay focused on that. Every day, do a little check-in, you know, set an intention for the day. Maybe think about, okay, this is how I want my day to play out, or this is the energy I want to be in and play in today. And at the end of the day, check in with yourself after you'd set that intention and ask and see, okay, where did I possibly walk away from that garden that I was looking to play in today? Where did I re-navigate myself or pivot or go off track? And then just you having that awareness is going to, each and every day that you do this, is going to allow you to come back into sync by the end of the day and know as you're going to bed, okay, I'm going to set this intention for tomorrow. You wake up, you set that intention, and then you do it all again and then do your check-in. And I just saw 12-12. So with that, it's really, really interesting. If you can continue this practice throughout the whole month, it'll get so easy and you won't find yourself veering off course. What you've been creating in your mind, what you've been thinking about, will be in alignment with that energy of play that you're wanting to do and the garden that you're wanting to create each and every day, right? And so what we pay attention to, or what we give energy towards, grows ultimately. So if you are worried about something, the best thing to do is to stop thinking about the thing that you are worrying about and start thinking about something that you do have control over, that you can pour your energy into, that will bring you back into a high vibrational state. And when you're in that high vibrational state, not only are you more open and receptive, but that is when spirit speaks to you. And when spirit speaks to you and gives you the solution to the problem that you were trying to solve, what's so beautiful is then you can turn around and solve that problem, or it's just given to you. Like, the solution is just given to you or brought into your reality to where you don't even have to figure it out, right? And so that's what Spirit's saying, is really let them do the leading this month and just tend to your garden of where your mind, your thoughts, and your energy are going, okay? And so what the overall energy is this month is, yeah, you're playing the fool. You have to be at the 0 point energy in the not knowing and taking that leap of faith of trusting whatever is being called of you and being asked of you as you take that leap of faith. And knowing, Gemini, I just had a conversation with a good friend of mine last night and posted something on my Instagram today, because he's one person that always says how brave I am. And, you know, I personally don't align with the energy or the word bravery, because I don't really feel that brave, you know? Like, ultimately, I have put myself in, and I've been guided and led mostly, you know, this wasn't all on me, but I've been guided and led mostly to really break out of my shell. I used to be super shy, really, really quiet, uber sensitive, and I hid I hid a lot as a kid. I was like a turtle, you know, I hid a lot and went inward. But as I got older in my 20s, you know, I started teaching yoga. I had to put myself out there. I had to speak in front of people, you know, in front of a class. So I had to like break through my own barriers, my own glass ceiling and limitations that I had set on myself, and really put myself out there in a bigger way. And every year it has been another step towards putting myself out there in a bigger way. And so with this, I've gotten more comfortable being uncomfortable. I've gotten more comfortable moving out of my comfort zone. And so I don't, like I said, I don't align with the bravery aspect, but I do know that I have a very courageous heart, and I don't let fear usually stop me from doing something. I will take that leap of faith if I want it bad enough. If it's something that I'm like, I could take it or leave it, then, you know, the worst they can do is try and fail, you know, and learn something. So if I want to go for it, I'm going to go for it. But if it's something that just doesn't feel in alignment, like, I'm not going to take that leap of faith because I'm not being called to that thing, right? But if you're being called to something, if that something feels so good and light and expansive, but also scares the shit out of you, you know, like, that's usually your body saying yes. That's usually your cellular DNA and your soul saying yes. So pay attention when you're feeling pulled towards something, when you're feeling like you want to bring it closer to you, or like breathe it in, you know, and become one with it, you know, merge with it, and it feels expansive. It feels light. It feels like all your cells light up, your nerve endings light up. Take that leap of faith, okay? Take it, because your spirit, your soul, and the spirits around you are asking you to take that to get you to the next thing. And so with that, not only are you going to have all of your heart's fulfillments with this 10 of Cups, but we've got the 9 of Wands again. And this is going to be you learning how to harness and work with the challenges and use them as power to get you moving forward. It's not going to beat you up anymore. It's like you have complete control over the situations that come into your life. You have learned how to master your own energy around navigating them, okay? And so Gemini, this month just feels so good and so expansive for you, especially now that we're out of Mercury retrograde. Okay, I'm going to pull an animal spirit card for you all now. Okay, Spirit, what is the best animal spirit to support my beautiful Geminis this month? Thank you. All right, we got starfish, the panther, and sea serpent. This sea serpent is great because it looks like an eye and it's almost like an Ouroboros, like it's almost eating itself. And when we think about serpents or snakes in general, and then this one being a sea serpent in water, snakes really represent transformation and change. And when we think about an Ouroboros eating itself, this is something that I'm getting is like a deep change within is happening, so you can transform not only your internal landscape, but everything that's happening in your outer reality. Like, you have to go within, you have to do the work, you have to allow the flow of water to move through you, this transformation to move through you, and then you have to like ingest it, you have to eat it, you have to digest it, and then integrate it, embody it, and then you move out into the world, and then you move out into the world transformed. Okay, so we have the sea serpent, the starfish, which when you think about a starfish, if you've ever turned one of these over, they have a ton of little tiny suction cups that are almost like little like tentacles, you know, that hold on to glass or to rock or whatever. And so with the starfish, it's like, only hold on to the things that feel really necessary. You just stay sitting pretty in whatever you're doing. You don't have to go out and fight. You don't have to go out and hustle. You don't have to go out and push for anything. You literally can just go with the flow. And when something feels good, you be opportunistic and you grab onto it. You suction onto that thing, okay? And then Panther. And this is like, when we think about panthers and this one being in a black background, you know, they're stealthy hunters. They move in silence. Create in silence this month. Don't talk about what you're doing to everybody. Allow yourself to move about in silence and to literally like attack, or only jump on the thing that you want when it's really something that you want, when it's really something that you're hungry for, okay? Like there's really no need to go out and search this month, Gemini. This is all about you ingesting, taking in, transforming, and then moving out into the world. And when you've done that, suctioning on or sticking on to the things that really feel good. And then when something is like that you're hungry for, your soul's hungry for, that deep desire within you gets stoked, that's when you want to pounce and go after and take that leap of faith on whatever that is, okay? I'm gonna pull an oracle card now for you guys. Okay, Spirit, what is the last oracle message for my beautiful Geminis this month? What oracle message do you have for my Geminis this month, Spirit? Thank you. Okay, so we got shameless and divine connection. Gemini, you are the twin, you know? This is you being and showing up shamelessly as both sides of yourself. What's the word you're wanting me to use here? Integrating both your shadow and your light to become the fullest version of yourself this month. Integrating the thing that maybe you have hidden or made wrong, that shadow aspect of yourself, integrate that with the light aspect of yourself, because all of it are gifts, and you are not a two-faced person. Geminis are not, like, I really don't like that explanation for a Gemini, because you do have two sides to you. You have one that's very outwardly, and then you have another side that is very inwardly, that you only show when you feel safe to be vulnerable, right? And so that's your more like sensitive side of what you keep within or you don't let out all the time. So it's time to integrate both sides of yourself, to be shameless in all the facets that you are, Gemini, and allow yourself to really strengthen your divine connection this month and blossom. You're literally, both of these have huge blossoming flowers in the background. You're literally going to be blossoming in such a big way this month, Gemini. And it's all coming through your divine guidance. It's all coming by letting Spirit take the lead and knowing that all you have to do is surrender, ingest, take in, stick to the things that really feel good to you, and then pounce on the things that you're really hungry for. And you want to take that leap of faith in here with that Fool, remember, and knowing that you're going to have all your heart's desires, but you're also going to be this master when it comes to working with Spirit and the energy of what's being thrown at you. Okay, I'm going to pull one last card for you all, which is going to be a Moon card. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, and so this is just the energy you need to hold or be in this month. Okay, so expect the unexpected. Trust in divine timing, trust. She's like in a glass egg here with like kind of a dodo sitting on top on a nest. And I would say trust in the divine timing of things. Both of these, this one has an egg moon, this one has a blue moon, which means there's 2 full moons in 1 month. We don't have one of those this month, but expect the unexpected around the full moon and probably around the waxing or waning moon when it's about 3/4. And then wisdom here. So tap into the wisdom not only of your ancestors, but of your soul. I do have Akashic record readings. If that's something that interests you, we can go in and look at actually your soul records and see what wisdom is there for you. But really tap into your innate knowing, your internal knowing, and the wisdom of those that have come before you this month. But expect the unexpected and trust your process and divine timing. Okay, Gemini, I hope this was helpful. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your month of June. And if you wouldn't mind if you would like to follow, like, and share this episode. If it was helpful for you, share it with a friend, and subscribe to the channel. That always helps the algorithm. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.